Hi, I'm going to give you a couple of tips for if you're using Google Hangouts to join us live for your speeches. Also, a lot of these tips will come in handy if you're also recording your speech and uploading it to YouTube. Okay? Okay, first of all, consider the lighting. Okay, and I'm going to show you an example at the very end of this presentation of a bad example of lighting. But if you have too much light behind you, then you're going to be backlit and you're going to look like one of those like dark figures that they interview on 60 Minutes, but they don't want their identity revealed, so their face is all blacked out. You don't want to do that. Also, if you have all the lights off and then it's just the glow of your screen, well, then that's all we get is the glow of your screen. Okay? All right, so check your sound and check your camera also before your speech, right? That makes sense. You want to go under the control panel of your computer, make sure your camera's on, make sure that your microphones are working. Under the Google Hangouts tutorial I have for you, you can have some more details there on how to check that, okay? Okay, think about what you're wearing. Now, while you don't necessarily have to wear a jacket in professional attire, that's not the day to wear your Pierce the Veil or Megadeth t-shirt, perhaps. Not that there's anything wrong with those bands. I'm a fan. But that's not the day to wear that t-shirt. It's not the day to wear your, Dallas Cowboys t-shirt, your Baltimore Orioles t-shirt, your Pittsburgh Pirates t-shirt. You see what I'm saying? It's a day that it should be about we're looking at your face and not what you're wearing and not your logos. Okay? All right. Last thing, well, not quite the last thing, look at the camera and not the screen. So I'm going to give you an example now of me looking down at my notes I have for this quick tutorial. So right now I am looking down at my notes and I'm reading across here. I'm not sure why students think we aren't going to notice that their eyes are not on the camera. This is actually, I think, pretty stinking obvious. I'm not looking at you. So as hard as it is to look at the little circle, it's important because especially you guys are going to be live, those of you who are joining us Google Hangouts. So it's really important to make us feel engaged by looking at the little round circle of the camera. Okay? All right. So then consider your background and consider what your audience is going to see. So right now you see my bookcase, a window, probably a chair behind me or something like that. Probably a little too typical for a professor's office, but this background is not distracting. Okay, so I've seen some students present some things where, I don't know what's going on in the background. They have like a strange poster or something that's just really distracting. You don't. You want it to be pretty nondescript. Okay, again, all the focus should be on you. Okay, all right, so give me just a second. I'm going to return with an example of what not to do. Okay, here I am. Sorry if I just startled you. I'm going to take off my glasses. This is what not to do. You notice that all I did was go around and turn off my lights. So you're getting this just horrific glow of the camera, or sorry, of my monitor just on my face. Also, you notice the camera position switched, which is just something I see a lot with students who have cameras in laptops. So I'm making a point of looking at the camera. Let me change. And so I have my speech down here, actually my notes of what I wanted to say. So I'm going to keep my eyes down here on the monitor. Okay, so notice this really awful, unflattering position of the camera. So lots of times students have cameras in a laptop in particular, they tend to put the camera down beneath, under them. It is way better to have the camera looking up. Okay? Alrighty. All right, so I'm going to stop frightening everyone now, and we're going to come back and we can look at the difference. Okay? All right. Okay, so what have we learned? We have learned that lighting, clothing, and camera position can mean a big difference in the impression. Remember chapter 2 stuff, impression management, in the impression we make. Okay? All right, so best of luck to you, and I can't wait to see you in your speeches. I can't wait to join you on Google Hangouts. Can't wait to see you, maybe you do your thing on YouTube, and especially face to face.